Welcome back to Horrified American Monsters. Ooh, we're getting close to defeat on the horror track. We still have Bigfoot and the Banshee to take out. Ooh, alright, Mountain Man's up first. He's down here. And Bigfoot is right there. So I have kind of a plan-ish for him. I think we better start dealing a little bit with the Banshee. We've totally ignored the Banshee so far, but I think we better do something about the Banshee. We've got no Bigfoot footprints out on the board anyway. So for first action, he's going to move over here to where the Banshee is. For his second action, he's going to discard a brown item. He has a goat and he has a lantern. He'll discard the brown item. And when we do that, if we look at the Banshee sheet, let's take a look at it. Alright, so if you take a look at the Banshee sheet, it says, at the Banshee's location, use a brown item to roll 1 die or a yellow item to roll 2 dice. Any hits or powers move any violin 2 spaces back toward the safe zone. And if you miss, no effect. So we get to roll 1 die for the brown, and we're looking for any kind of hit or power, and that's a 4 in 6 chance, so you know my odds. Alright, let's get out the dice tray and roll up a die. Oh, come on, let's see if we can knock a violin back. Alright, we're going to be rolling 1 die. We need any hits of... Yes, a 1 in 3 chance to get a blank, and I get it. All we needed was a hit anywhere. Okay, well that didn't do anything. Nice try, Mountain Man. He still has 1 action remaining, so he moved there, did that. His remaining and final action, he will just zip right here to Town Center where Bigfoot is, so at least he's not going to be rolling dice. Oh, urgh. Okay, well, it's card time, so let's see what card we get after Mountain Man's horrible turn. And we get another Mothman card. Alright, we get 2 items to put out on the board. Let's get a couple of items here. Let's see what we get. We get a torch at the cabin. Ooh, torch at the cabin. Cabin is there. And we get a goat at the swimming hole. So the goat joins the deer at the swimming hole. Oh my god, and Mothman is defeated. We don't care about him anymore. Bigfoot! Oh, good. So Bigfoot moves. So Bigfoot would roll dice if he was by himself, but Mountain Man's there keeping an eye on him. We're trying to. So Bigfoot was just going to move 1 space towards the nearest investigator, which I believe is right here. So he will move there, and he's going to drop one of his little footprints. Alright, which is actually what we need. So that's not bad. That's the end of Bigfoot's turn, and he's in a space with nobody, so he'll just stay there. He won't continue moving. And now we have the Banshee of the Badlands moving 1 space, rolling 3 dice, and that's horrific. Because the Banshee's here, he's going to move 1 space to the ranger station with the agent and roll 3 freaking dice. And we don't want to see anything horrible. He might... Well, the agent's got a ton of items, so if he gets hit, we can deal with it. We just don't want to see the exclamation point. No! Oh, well, give me a break. So he gets hit for 1. I do believe you process her this way. So he's going to get rid of the goat. He'll dump his goat token for that hit. And yes, of course, she gets 1 exclamation, which means all violins, I believe, move 1 space toward the skeleton, and that's really bad. And yes, that is really bad. Move all violins 1 space toward the skeleton. That's all of them. Now we're 2 away from... Oh, this is absolute garbage, because whenever anyone's colored violin hits the skeleton, you get knocked out and then your violin goes back here. So, of course, getting knocked out means we are going to be going up on the terror tracks. We don't want that. And Mountain Man tried his best to try and knock one of those tokens back, and he failed. Alright, that was garbage. Alright, so let's get going. I believe it is the Scout's turn next. Alright, it is the Scout's turn. She's sitting at the high school. She's only 1 step away from Bigfoot, so she could actually go 1, 2, 3, pick that up, and 4 move into Bigfoot's space. And you know what? I wonder if we should do that. I think, or she can move him away from the Banshee. Oh, this is... Oh, it's so difficult to figure out what we want to do. You know what? She is going to use her special power. Move any investigator or citizen 1 location. She's going to move the agent 1 2, 3. Right down here to City Hall to try and get away from the Banshee. We do not want those violins moving anymore. That is absolutely not what we want. And then for her final action, she's just going to move herself right here to the intersection with Bigfoot. So if he activates, again, we're not going to hopefully get any horror track stuff going on. All right, that was very quickly all of her actions. We're not progressing very well, are we? All right, and then the card for her is, ooh, we get 3 items on the board. I don't know if that's going to help us or not. So far, I don't know. So we get a goat at the cabin. Goat with a torch at the cabin. We get some poison at the bait shop. And we get a camera at the resort. So we have lots and lots and lots of items out. And now we have cross street. So we have the diner owner. Place Nora at the diner. Oh no. So we've got to find Nora with her bubble gum. If I can... where's Nora? There's Nora right there. So we have Nora. She shows up at the diner. She's trying to get to the farm. This is bad. So there's Nora, 1 away from the Banshee. This fantastic. Wow, luckily the Banshee doesn't activate. Oh, we caught a slight break there. All right, so Chupacabra would go, not happening, and the Frenzied Monster, which is Bigfoot. Luckily, we have our agent sitting right where Bigfoot is. He's going to move a space and try to get away. So he would roll dice normally, but he's with an investigator. So he's just going to move 1 space towards the closest investigator. So he'll move here, dropping a footprint there. And then I think his very first movement is towards an investigator, and then he just wants to get away from everybody. So he's got 2 locations he can go to get away from everybody. So I think he's just going to head on over to the farm, which means he drops yet another footprint right there. That's how I'm ruling his movement. I don't think he keeps moving towards the closest investigators, because if he did that for every move, he'd get caught in an infinite cycle, especially when you have investigators adjacent. And so pretty sure he moves towards the closest investigator, and then he tries to get to a location that has nobody, which he did successfully. All right, up last we have our agent, who is probably going to have to end his turn at the farm, or we're going to have problems. We just can't get anything done. Or we can risk it for the biscuit and just not do that. But I think we are going to go ahead and do that. So he's going to go 1 to here, 2 and 3, he can pick them up, and then, yeah, he's going to take his second and third action to pick up 2 tokens, and his fourth action moving right to the farm. So let's go ahead and process both of these. He gets to flip over 2 tiles. Let's get to it. Oh, I don't know how we're going to win this. All right, so he flips over 2 tiles. Let's flip over this one. Oh, it's an arm, which has to go up there, and I guess we'll flip this one, which, oh, I think that's where it's supposed to be. All right, that's not horrible. It's not horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible. Oh boy. Well, we're slowly figuring out the picture for Bigfoot, but I think we got our biggest problem is the Banshee. Oh wow. All right, let's zoom out. We're going to be pulling a card now for the agent and see what happens. Oh dear. All right, a card for the agent, and we have oh no. I don't even believe. Right, yep. Oh yeah. Yep. All right, so 2 tokens on the board. Oh, this is just god-awful. All right, we have a helmet at the stadium, and we have a baseball bat at the stadium. So the stadium is just loaded for bear and baseball games. And here comes the most horrific part of this whole thing. The haunted music. On the Banshee monster mat, move 1 violin furthest from the skeleton, 2 spaces towards it. Who do we want to be knocked out? I guess we will knock out... Might as well knock out, I think, Mountain Man. Because I think that's what's going to happen. Mountain Man is, of course, the orange. So let's go to the Banshee board and have that happen. Mountain Man tried. He really did. But he just got nerfed. So 1, 2. Yes, he gets knocked out. So Mountain Man... off the board. He's knocked out by the music, lulled into whatever. And when you knock him out, this goes back here, so it resets itself. So at least that's something to give us a little bit of time. But yes, we have to now increase the horror track. Yep, a knockout means Horror track. Wow, we're at 5. Ooh, and the rest of this card. That was horrible. So Bigfoot. Oh, great. All right, let's figure out where Bigfoot is. He's going to activate. I think he's the only one activating, right? So Bigfoot's going to activate Chupacabra at Mothman. So Bigfoot is just going to activate, and he's in a space with the agent. So he's just going to move 1 and drop a footprint. All right, so he's going to move towards the closest investigator, which is here. So he moves away from the farm, dropping a footprint behind for the agent to be able to find, maybe next time. And he's now in a space with nobody, so he just ends his movement. And that's the end of this horrific card. Wow, that was horrible. And we're going to leave it off there for today. So we're currently sitting at a horror track of 5. We got the Bigfoot picture. Kind of feel like we're getting it sorted out. Oh, and hang on, did I not? Did he not? Oh no, he didn't cause a thing, because we're supposed to flip a picture over if we do. Oh, I might have to check that in editing. We might have to flip over one of the pictures. Because if Bigfoot rolls an exclamation point, which I think he did last episode, you're supposed to flip a picture over. And I think we did that. We're going to correct that right now. All right, yes, when Bigfoot rolls an exclamation point, so we're just going to flip this one over because we already know what it is. It's the head. So we're just going to flip that back, and then we would have used the other 2 footprint tokens to flip other ones over so we know what's going on. So, oh, we got that in the right place already. Cool. All right, so, yeah, we just have to get the head up there and then flip these things around. All right, back to the main board to wrap it up. Well, that's going to wrap up our horrific episode for today. So thanks so much for watching along. It's your comments, subscriptions, and likes as Horrified American Monsters got rid of the Mothman. Bigfoot's causing us issues. The Banshee's wailing away and knocked out the Mountain Man, who's going to come back to the hospital and just begin his turn like normal next time. But, ooh, I just don't know what we're going to do. We have to do something. So thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Continuation of American Monsters, a Horrified game. See you then.